That is a pretty impressive resume we just read off.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Kai, and today we have a very special guest, Reagan. Reagan has played football, basketball, softball, tennis, and lacrosse. Her passion is basketball and flag football, and her awards and achievements tell you how incredible she is. 2023 Cherokee Youth Girls Flag Football Champion, 2023 CCJBC All-Tournament Team CCJBC 3-Point Competition Girls Champion for class of 2028, 2023 Run for the Roses 2028 Blue Division Champs.
Wow.
GYBC Players to Watch list in 2022 and 2023. 2023 Georgia State Champion Qualifier MVP. And 2023 National Hoop Series MVP ×2. Reagan is the point guard on her basketball team and the quarterback on her flag football team. She's a leader who is always in the gym, takes no days off. She's in all advanced classes and is taking one high school credit course. Let's welcome collector of basketball shoes, news anchor for Mill Creek Middle School, leader and athlete, Reagan.
Reagan, welcome. Good to have you finally. How you feel?
Good.
Good to have you here. That is a pretty impressive resume we just read off right there.
Thank you.
Let me get this straight. You're already taking high school classes?
Yeah.
And which class is that again?
It's Spanish.
So C. That's all Coach knows, right? C. So, Reagan, before we get started, I think we got to take care of some business, right? Is there some...
So I'm here with executive producer and founder, Coach Darius, or my dad. And make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow on all social medias. And do you have any social medias?
I do.
How can we follow you?
My Instagram, and I have Twitter as well.
Okay, and your Instagram is Little...
The Little Ray.
The Little Area. So we'll post that later on. You'll see it on the screen. So make sure you're following and like us. Hey guys, before we get started here with Reagan, we like to do something that's very important to me, right? We always take a moment and say what we're thankful for. So we have your glass filled up with some good H2O that you chose, and Kyla has her drink. I have mine. And so what I'm thankful for today is just the opportunity for your parents, for you to carve out some time to come down here today and tell us about you, let us get to know you a little bit. And so I'm just excited for the world to get to know all the many talents that you have. So I have my water, I'm ready to toast. What about you? What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful to be able to be here and learn more about Reagan.
Okay, nice. What about you, Reagan? What are you thankful for today?
I'm thankful to be here, and I'm thankful for my parents, my family, and just everyone that's been through with this journey so far.
Nice. Well, everybody take a nice sip of water and we'll toast to that. So who's going first, Kyle? You want me to go first or you want to go first? What do we got?
Go first.
Okay. So my first question is, Reagan, hearing your routine, what is your routine? What is your training routine? What does it look like from in the morning you wake up until the afternoon? What does a typical day look like in your school and your training regimen? What does that look like?
So it depends. On Monday and Wednesday, I go to this speed agility place called Rapid.
Okay.
In the afternoon after I get home from school, because I get home from school at 4:30. And then on Tuesday, Thursday now, just started this week, I'm gonna have my AU team practice. That's an hour and a half.
So hour and a half of AU. So
Yep.
The speed and agility, you said the place is called Rapid?
Yep.
And you're working on footwork. What type of things are you guys working on at the speed and agility place?
I'd say everything, kind of just becoming faster and stronger in every aspect, especially defense too, lateral quickness and all that.
And so you're taking those classes. So I take it you see the need for what is that speed and agility going to help you out? Is it on the flag football field? Is it the basketball court? Where does that speed and agility is going to benefit you most at?
So I think it'll help me become faster on the basketball court. Hopefully, I want to get much faster on defense too, because I think that's one of the places I kind of lack right now. Flag football, just beating defenders, being able to throw the ball farther, I think.
Got it. I'm as a coach, right? I'm a big proponent of. I used to always tell people playing basketball, you can always give effort on defense. You want to make a play, your shot's not falling, things are not going your way, play defense, right? That'll get the crowd going, that gets you back into it. So I'm a proponent of playing good defense, and working with Rapid is going to be good to get you back up to speed. All right, perfect.
All right. How do you typically prepare for a game, whether it's any of your sports?
So I like to listen to music before a game. I also like to get to games very early, just so I can sit there and listen to music and visualize what I'm gonna hopefully do in the game. and just to like better myself so I can like perform better in the game, and like calms me down too when I get there before games early.
Got it. So if I grabbed what do you listen to? Like beats? What is your
AirPods.
music coming through?
AirPods.
You got AirPods coming on, so Apple AirPods. So if I was to grab those AirPods, what is coming through those speakers? What type of music? Who are you listening to?
Mainly Drake.
Manly Drake.
Yeah.
OVO. Shout out to Drake, all right? So good. Music calms you down. And let's talk about the preparation. You said you like to get there early, because I'm a big proponent of getting there early too. Whenever I understand preparation, and when you can get there early and focus and prepare, it calms you down and allows you to kind of see the game. And so what does that preparation mean for you, and how have you seen it benefit your game?
I just think it like helps me like have like more confidence in myself, because I know I can like make the shot or like do the play right and like just get my teammates open and like make them part of the game too.
Got it. Sounds good. Back on me. So my question again is, my next one is, what motivates you to keep going? Obviously, looking at that list that Kyla just read off, and it's a lengthy list of accomplishments, and just seeing you here, you're smiling, you're upbeat. What motivates you to keep going? Like, it's the basketball, it's the football, it's the flag, you're taking college classes. Like, you're a pace setter, right? Like, what keeps you going?
I just want to like a big name, maybe like in flag football or in basketball eventually. I kind of want to go D1 too, just so I don't like pay for college or anything. I mean, like free school with like a full ride.
Absolutely.
With basketball. I just like love basketball. I love flag football. It just like brings me joy and just like something I enjoy doing. So.
Can I stay there for a second? Where did you get into flag football? Like, because flag football is taking over now. The NFL has flag football. Kyle actually plays flag football. Like, where did your love for flag come from?
So we discovered it in like, I think it was like 7th grade fall.
Okay.
And I just like thought it was like a fun, it was like, I played football, like real football in like 4th grade with the boys and everything. I was a big fan of like the tackling and everything. But like I liked like being a receiver and like throwing the ball around. So it was like a fun experience, and I tried it and I just liked it a lot. Something I really enjoy.
Can we back up? I saw that in my notes, and I want to touch on that because I don't think you kind of glossed over what you just said there. She played tackle football. So you were wearing, so for context, you're wearing pads,
Right.
a helmet, you're tackling and hitting.
Yeah.
Talk about that experience for a second, because there's not many people, right? There's not many people that are girls, especially that age, are playing football. How was that experience?
It was okay. I mean, I wasn't a very big fan of hitting, so I didn't play again, but I liked playing receiver in corner. It was just like to like get me tougher like on the basketball court too, just trying to help with like being stronger against stronger kids, and it was an okay experience. Wasn't something I would do again.
Wouldn't that you do again? All right, perfect. Good to hear. You really are a trendsetter, trailblazer, to go out there with the boys and bang it up. That says a lot about you, and very impressive. Back to you, Weiss.
Okay, so I know you're big on family. So how do you balance your athletic career with other aspects of your life, such as family and education?
So like the time I'm not training or playing a game or something, which they all come to all the games and stuff, I typically would hang out with them. There's like, whether it's like sitting in the living room or just talking about something random. They do come to all my games, so I do spend more time with them in the car, like on the way to games and stuff. And like we're always talking about something I could do better in a game too. So I'm with them just like a lot, and we talk about what I can do better for future games.
Would you feel like your family is one of your biggest motivators?
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. So I'm big on family, right? Being, obviously, this podcast is about youth, and being a father myself, and I understand the sacrifice, the time, the money, the effort that families put into getting you guys, like playing sports now, Reagan. It's a business almost, right? And so there's a lot of sacrifice that being made. Tell me what your mom and your dad has meant to you in that process.
I mean, they've meant a lot, because like they obviously take me everywhere, like to get to the games and stuff, which I'm very thankful for, and that they would like pay and stuff for me to play and have these experiences. But they're also like my biggest motivators too, I think, because even like when we win games, they're still like talking about things I can do better for the next game. I feel like there's like pushes me to become like better at what I did bad that game, because I didn't know what I did wrong, and they would like explain it to me. So it just helps me for future.
Awesome. We talk about this every set, and I think this question comes up. And so I always like I think I have a duty as running this podcast and being a leader to make sure when I'm speaking to young athletes who are moderating the show, that you guys really understand what goes into it, because, as a father, I do it too. So thankful for saying that. Back to me, Weiss. So what are some of your goals for the future, right? We talk about, I heard you say D1 scholarship, which that rolled off your tongue, but that's not an easy feat, but I know you can do it. You talked about, some of the things you want to accomplish in high school, football and basketball, but what are your goals? Is there things outside of football or basketball you want to do? Any other goals that you have along the way here?
I don't really have any like certain like goals right now, but just becoming like going to college would be a big goal I have right now, but I don't really know about anything else.
What college would you go to right now? If I had a check right now, and I can write you a check, you better be smart, because they may be watching and listening. What college would you want to go to right now?
For right now, I would just say Notre Dame.
Notre
It's a
Dame.
very hard school to get into, I've seen. But they have a good basketball program and just like all around seems like a very good school to go to. My family's always been like a big like supporter of them. Like I've watched them my entire life. Like, with football
Notre
and
Dame is a
sports.
historic university.
Yeah.
Do you have any family in the area, or just kind of came up as a Notre Dame family?
I think we should have came as a Notre Dame family.
Okay. I got a good friend, his son, Kyle Hamilton, he went to Notre Dame. Another kid I know, Logan Diggs, he went to Notre Dame. So awesome school, and you're right, an awesome basketball program. Since we're on basketball and we're on college basketball, who you like in March Madness? Who you taking? Or anybody that you're pulling for?
Well, I have been watching a lot of Caitlin Clark lately.
Okay.
'Cause
Who hasn't been watching? Caitlin,
Yeah.
right? Who hasn't been watching?
That's true. I hope she does. I think she'll go pretty far in the playoffs. I don't really know about guys though. I haven't been really watching the guys. And Caitlin Clark's been blowing up lately though, so that's what I've been watching. I feel like my style of game's kind of somewhat close to her. I like to shoot deep threes a lot too.
Do you?
Yeah.
And I guess when we walked up, we were talking about your work ethic. Talk about how many shots you get up, because I'm sure Caitlin gets up a bunch too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So you're rolling with Caitlin Clark. I'm a big fan of Caitlin as well, so I'm happy you are. Caitlin has done amazing things for the women game. I think she's almost taken over. Her and the LSU girls have pretty much taken over the men's, college game. So I think it's more fun to watch. So everybody is looking forward to that. All right, back to you, Kai. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Kyla says I talk too much sometimes, but I'm excited to see you guys.
Okay. Let's see. How do you maintain focus and mental toughness during high-pressure situations, whether it's in like football, basketball, or any of the other games?
So when it's like situations that like I think I need to like get our team under control, I typically want the ball in my hands, like on the basketball court, just so I can like control the pace of the game, slow everything down, and like play at our pace, how we play, not like speed up because other teams like doing fast breaks or speeding up like that. And playing quarterback too also would allow me to do that because I have the ball pretty much, like I always start with it, and I can just like I can control where the ball goes and everything. So I just think it's easier to control the game, and I just like calm down and try to calm the team down and go from there.
Perfect. I love the answer of calming things down. So I take it your team you're speaking of just both teams, your AAU team or your actual middle school team you're calming both of those down. You're the floor general. So you guys play a set offense, or based on what you said, I'm taking the other teams like to run. You guys more of sound like a half court teem?
So my AAU team, my travel team, I'd say it's probably more of like a fast-paced team. But like if we have to slow down, we can, and just like take time off the clock sometimes because, in games, like close games, like you probably want to take time off the clock and not rush things. My school team is definitely a slow down and just like take our time, so let's set an offense up and play from there.
Got it. And your AAU team, what's the name of that team again?
Wood Elite.
Wood Elite. I saw some footage when we were doing our research on you, and you with Coach Wood. What is Wood Elite being able to play? Obviously, everybody knows when you're playing AAU basketball, it's a more competitive, in most cases, it's a more competitive spirit, all-star type team. What has Coach Wood and playing with Wood Elite done for your game?
So I think they've helped me like find like a role in the team that I could like probably take in high school too, as like a more of like a 1 or maybe a 2. But playing with like those better girls is like it's more competitive, right? Because school ball only with the kids that are like in your school who can play with you. Not like the best from all around can be with you. But with that team, I think she like prepares me for high school ball because I'm surrounded by better players. I'm going to be surrounded by better players next year. So I think she's preparing me for high school ball.
Got it. Makes sense.
Okay, so before we get into another question, I've seen you have like a lot of awards, a lot of MVPs. How many do you have?
Ooh,
Great question.
yeah, maybe like 6 or 7 probably. But this is like throughout my entire basketball career though, since like 2nd grade though. So yeah, somewhere around there.
2022 and 2023 must have been a great years for you.
That hoop series that we're talking about, could you talk, what is the hoop series? And I mean, you obviously won some awards on that. What is, could you tell us a little bit about that and what it is?
So it's like local,
Okay.
But it has like travel teams in it. It can be competitive. It's just like a tournament like we play in all the time. Like I think there's like different ones and we play in like all of them with our team. But there's tournaments.
Got it. Back to me? Knock yourself out.
Okay. Who are some of your biggest inspirations or role models in sports?
Great question.
Caitlin Clark and probably Steph Curry.
Why?
Two great shooters.
Why?
I just think like Steph Curry also is like a small guard for the NBA. I mean, he's good at what he does, but I just think I have like a similar game to both those players because like they both have to shoot like long, deep threes. And with my size, it's probably gonna be easier for me to do next year because getting a lane with like 6-foot girls can be much more difficult.
Yes.
So being able to shoot is probably a big aspect of my game, just like it's part of theirs. Caitlin Clark is kind of tall, but Steph Curry is not for NBA. So I think I have a lot similar play to Steph Curry and her.
Two great role models. I would ask, since we're there, and it kind of goes into my next question, if you can sit and talk to anyone, if I can pull them up right now and you can sit and talk to them, who would that be?
Probably either Caitlin Clark or maybe even Kobe Bryant, because like I don't know if you heard about like his mom mentality though. Like I just want to like be able to hear about that like from his like point of view, and just see like what he would say about it. But yeah.
I agree. I think most of us, I grew up in the Kobe era, right? I grew up watching, loving Kobe Bryant, and especially the second half of his career, that Mamba mentality and how he approached the game. You know, we hate to see that he's gone, but now you're starting to hear all the legends and the stories about people trying to wake up earlier than him, trying to beat him to the gym, and he's there at 3 a.m. and the sweat. Like, I read a quote the other day, and it was saying that greatness, to be great, you almost have to have an obsession, you know, like a delusional mindset when you're chasing greatness. So I would love to talk to Kobe. So I'm glad you got that as one of your people you would sit and talk to.
All right. Tell us about the role your mom, your dad, and your family has played on your development.
I mean, they've been there been there with me through everything. But like I talked about earlier, they talked to me about what I could have done better, whether it's in flag or basketball, which I just think helps develop my game a lot because I'm not making the same mistake every single game if they tell me what I did wrong. Hopefully I try to change it, but that's like the impact they have on that, just towards my development.
And like the people you trust the most?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. I think family support is huge, right? When things are not going, things are going well and things are going wrong. So having somebody in your corner and your family to be there for you is absolutely amazing. Critical moment, right? And I want to go back because we didn't touch on this. How did you get into being a quarterback of flag football? Because you throw a pretty good spiral. Like, where did that come from? And you throwing a football?
I just thought like I would like try it, and I wasn't like terrible at it. But like it's also like I like playing that spot more too because again I can control the floor. And just makes me feel like I have control of what's going on. So like what happens, I can like try to like prevent it or hope it happens, like scoring a touchdown or throwing an interception. But I mean, I just found like fun in it because like I can control everything. And
got it. Any favorite quarterbacks or football teams? I mean, obviously we know Notre Dame, the college basketball.
Maybe Kansas City Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Why the Chiefs? Obviously they just won, and they got some great players.
Patrick Mahomes.
For sure. All right. Pat is hard not to like. I mean, just a good guy. He does it all well. I'm a Saints fan, so. I'm not a fan, I'm a fanatic actually, so I'm a big Saints fan, and again, we had another rough year, so don't hold it against us. If you come to the studio at the house, when you walk down, everything is Saints. I mean, you walk in the basement, it's other than that room where the studio is, everything is New Orleans Saints all the way down in my basement.
And the theater.
And the theater room, it's all Saints, so I'm a fanatic.
That's right.
But your turn, yep.
All right. What are your goals for the future, both in your athletic career and beyond?
So athletic is definitely just going to college, whether it's basketball or flag football. And beyond that, I really don't have like a great idea of what I want to do yet, but definitely going to college for either sport, whether it's flag or basketball. That'd just be a great opportunity.
So let's talk, because we kind of touched on that, let's talk your news anchor job and the stuff you're doing at school. You're very active at school. Tell us about your role on the newspaper at school and how is that going?
It's actually a really fun class. I enjoy it. I started as like a news anchor and now like report more, like just like on scene type stuff, like what's happening in the school. But I really enjoy it. Like it's a fun thing to do. I should just slow down when I talk, but that's about it.
Well, we talked about this in our pre-interview call, right? Coach talks fast.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, and why this show was developed, again, to make sure, as we talked about, taking those deep breaths, relaxing, knowing your material, knowing things that matter makes it much easier and comes across. But don't be, I'm a fast talker, naturally. Especially when I get excited, Reagan. When I get excited, I want to go. I want you to know what I know. I get from one fast talker to another, I definitely get it. So you're interviewing people at school. Do you have any aspirations to do that long term in your high school, any other places?
I think being a high school reporter of like sports, like probably like football for the varsity might be something I want to try. Just because like I really do enjoy interviewing people. That's probably about it.
So why do you enjoy interviewing people? Like, what do you get out of interviewing people?
I just like seeing like the responses, like certain questions, like what they think about it. Yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah, the opportunity to get to know people, to tell their stories like we're doing now is huge. I really enjoy getting to know you guys and reading the pre-interview calls and hearing all the stuff about you. And I want the world to know you guys. So I'm glad you have that goal to be an interview call. So we're wrapping up here, Kai. What else you got left?
So, what has been your most memorable moment in your athletic career so far?
Biggest shot, biggest moment.
Okay, so I play a youth Wooded League, right? And last season we went to Knoxville, Tennessee, and we were playing like a decent team. And I just like felt like I was on that game, like I could not miss. I ended up having a career high of 37.
Wow.
Which was something very exciting. I thought big point in my life was like I'd been on this 35 points for like a while. Like in school ball, I had like 2 games of that. I could not get past 35. In that game, I got past it. I feel like I just like crossed the bridge.
So 37 points in the game.
Yep.
The goal had to feel pretty big. I mean, you know, my days in basketball, we called it shooting in the ocean, right? Everything's going, everything's falling. How do you repeat those moments? Like in your mind, how do I get back to 37 and how do we get to 40, we get to 45? Like how do you do that? I think you spoke about it earlier, but I want to hear from you. How do you get there?
I mean, I just try to like take what the game like gives me. But that game, they gave me like everything. Like they would not step up in the shots. I just kept shooting threes and I kept hitting all of them. And then if they did step up, I could just drive by them. So I just I take what the game gives me. But some games they give me a lot, so I take what I can get off that.
So in 5 years, you want to like be able to show you this back. So what is something you want to let you in 5 years know?
Definitely stay confident. Like in like all the games I play, like don't ever like doubt myself that like I can't do it. And being disciplined consistently, like just working out every day and just like wanting to get better. But definitely confidence. It's a big thing.
I agree. I think confidence, and we've talked about this as a father, as a coach. Confidence is key. You know, mental toughness, having that confidence to believe. You know, I post stuff sometimes, and I think it's a life hack. When you meet a confident person that believes in themselves, they're hard to beat, right? They understand their process. They trust themselves. They believe in themselves. No matter what, they believe that they can get themselves and others out of this situation or to the next level. So I love that. Stay confident. Stay believing in yourself. And I guarantee you all the things that we talked about today, the goals you have, where you want to be, all the things you want to accomplish. If you stay confident, and when we send this back to you in 5 years, you watch it as you're sitting at the college interviewing people, I guarantee you're going to like the results that you got.
All right. Thank you, Reagan, for coming. And we'll see you guys next time. Make sure you guys like, follow, subscribe on all platforms. And make sure you guys go follow Reagan. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.